to vazirgroup. We are here with another podcast. We have a very special guest. Here's Mr. Alexander from Varna University of Management, Bulgaria. And he's here to answer all your questions to get to this brilliant university offering brilliant courses to Indian applicants. So, come, let's welcome him. Hi, Alexander. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having me here.
Great. So, first question, can we have a brief introduction?
Yes. So, as was mentioned, I'm from Varna University of Management in Bulgaria, and that's a private university focused on business and management side and aspects of any program we have. Even it's IT or culinary programs, it's still focused on the business side of it.
Great. So, let's begin with the round of questions. So, I've listed down a couple of questions which are very important for the Indian applicants. So, first of all, let's begin from the country aspect. So, why in the current scenario, Europe is a very good market for Indian students and other international students?
All right. Well, Europe, it's a pot of cultures, of different minds, people with different backgrounds. And I think anyone should go and experience studying in Europe just to get this understanding of how everything works. And, all the big companies are there and they're really welcoming. They want international students, international graduates to come work for them and just live there.
Fair. So right now, what's happening in the Indian market is that the Big Four is being replaced by another set of 14 countries in Europe that are attracting most of the Indian crowd. So where do you think Bulgaria would be placed and why Indian applicants need to look at Bulgaria?
In my opinion, Bulgaria is quite attractive. It's cheaper than other European countries, especially the Western Europe. But on the other hand, the standards of our education are the same. Bulgaria is part of European Union, of Schengen Zone, of Eurozone, recently joined the Eurozone. And for sure, Bulgaria has all the high standards that other countries have, but it's still cheaper. And because a lot of universities are quite new there, for example, Varna University of Management is turning 30 years this year. It's an anniversary. And, new universities, small universities, they have different approaches. They are trying to keep with all the new trends. And I think it's a nice place to live there. The weather is fine as well. And the food is amazing.
Great. So when you say cheaper, so could you give an idea to an Indian applicant, what about the tuition fee as well as how much would they relatively spend, for the tuition versus the accommodation?
Okay. So regarding the tuition fees, we offer a double degree and every student of ours can get 2 degrees. One is Bulgarian from our university and one is a UK degree from our partner, Cardiff Metropolitan University.
All right.
And that tuition fee, the average is about 5,000 euros per year. And comparing that to, for example, UK tuition fees, that can be 15, 20,000 a year. Well, that's what I mean when I'm saying it's cheaper. But the standards are the same, and that's why they're getting 2 degrees because everything is certified by British standards of education, And speaking about living costs, I would say people can live in Varna, for example. In Varna city, we have several campuses. We have 3 campuses. In Varna, in Dobrich, which is a town close to Varna, and in Sophia, the capital. But speaking about Varna, for example, you can live spending 500-600 euros. You can live in the dormitory. We have dormitories. We offer dormitories. We have partner dormitories in the city, around the city, which are cheaper than renting an apartment. But even with the apartment, people can live spending less than 1,000 euros a month for sure.
Brilliant. So when we talk about Europe as a whole versus Bulgaria, one is standard of living, the quality of education, but when it comes to job market, so how Bulgaria helps the Indian applicants or the international applicants get a job, or why is it, promising for the career?
Yeah, well, Bulgarian job market is emerging. A lot of international companies are relocating their offices to not only to Sofia, the capital, but also to Varna. And they're looking for graduates, they're looking for students for internships there. We as a university, we have a career center and we help students to find a job while they're studying and an internship during the summers. And then, of course, the job after graduation. We have a lot of partners all over Europe that are looking for our graduates and they want our graduates to work for them.
Great.
And speaking about internships, we offer, and it's compulsory to complete at least 2 internships during your studies. For example, if it's a bachelor, it's after first and second year, of course. And we have all the partners. If it's a hospitality program, they go to hotels. If it's business and management program, they go to some companies. So somewhere in Czech Republic or Germany, let's say Netherlands, and they do their internships 2 to 4, let's say, months. They get their salary. Sometimes they get accommodation, meals provided. But the best thing about it that they get Erasmus Plus grant provided by European Union. So on top of whatever salary you have from your employer, you get a grant every month while you're working, completing your internship.
Fair. So you also mentioned about this concept of dual degrees. You know, the students are getting 2 degrees, one of which is accredited from UK, right? So how does this really help a student? Because we've seen so many universities right now doing that. So Cardiff Metropolitan, is one of the best universities in UK. So how does it really impact an Indian applicant?
Well, I think, first of all, it's always better to have 2 degrees rather than 1. The more the better. And UK is famous for its high standards of education. A UK degree can open many doors just, by having it. And but the thing about our university, about Varna University of Management, is not just a degree that you get as a gift, as an extra. No, you really study. You have the programs that are accredited by Cardiff Metropolitan University. You have lecturers from there. All the exams, all the assignments are checked by the lecturers in Cardiff. And again, the best thing, you don't need to go there and live there and study there because, of course, cost of living there is
it's higher.
It's higher, and you can get it while still staying and studying in Varna or Sofia or Dobrich in any of our campuses.
Fair. So currently, what is the percentage of international students who are studying at Varna University of Management?
Well, it's about 40% right now, 40 to 45. However, we have exchange students coming every semester. So including them, it's even more, of course. And currently we have students from almost 50 countries studying right now at the moment. We have students and graduates over past few years from almost 100 countries in the world. And it's not only Europe, of course, it's not only Eastern Europe, it's everywhere, Australia, Mexico, everyone is coming, studying, graduating, or just completing their exchange semester or 2.
So as a university, what is your primary focus when it comes to diversity of students you want to have in your cohort?
Well, we're welcoming everyone, of course, and it's not like local students, exchange students, let's say, and I don't know, just full-time international students are studying separately, living separately. No, it's a pot. All the cultures are there. Everyone is mixing. They're living together in the dormitories. They're renting apartments together. They're going out. They're dating. Then all the assignments, almost all of the assignments in our university are group assignments, and sometimes you can choose who are you doing the project with. Sometimes you cannot choose it, and you have assigned classmate who's doing it with you, whether you like it or not. But I think it's really beneficial because you need to work with different people, not only with your close friends. It's easier, but it's not how it works in real life. So you have people from different countries, and you're doing those assignments. You're doing group projects. You're going on exchanges to other countries for 1 week, for 1 semester, and you go with people from all over the world.
So being a management school, you're trying to instill the very core values of being in the business world.
Yes, of course. We're trying to prepare our students and then our graduates to the real world. Not just knowing the formulas and some smart words, but to know how to do something, how it works and how it's done.
Fair. So when it comes to what the students are studying, so how do you plan the curriculums and how do you make them updated to the dynamic business world which is currently running?
Well, our curriculums are being updated every year. Of course, I'm not talking about changing all the models, but the information that students get from lecturers, it's updated every year. In some courses, like, of course, accounting or finances, they're not that...
Not a lot changes,
Yeah, not a lot of changes every year, of course, but other are being updated every year because there are some new things. For example, we have IT program, and IT is being changed every month. Not the program, but the sector in general. And of course, AI, the boom of AI, and they have to add new courses, new modules, new assignments, and a lot of information. Our lecturers, they are professionals. They worked somewhere. They're still working in their field, and they know what they're talking about. They know how it works. And then, of course, we have our partner from the UK, and they also update the curriculum. They update the programs, the information that is need to be presented to the students.
And it's very important. And in fact, I was about to ask about AI. How are you incorporating AI into your business programs? Because the intersection of it is what's really working. Well, for business programs, of course, we're discussing AI, our lecturers with students, they're discussing it every day, how it can help with something. We have assignments where students need to use AI for something. Of course, we're not talking about writing the assignment itself, but there are a lot of assignments and projects where students are allowed to use AI, or sometimes they must use AI for finding the topic, the interesting thing that they need to make a presentation about, let's say. And we're really trying to incorporate that into every program. So you mentioned about these assignments, and it's a very big topic of discussion. Whether or not students should be using AI to, fill in their assignments. So what's your opinion on that?
Well, not writing the whole thing, of course. We have a plagiarism check, we have AI checkers, and hopefully no one will ever use it. And until now, we haven't gotten so many students who use it, because it's unfair practice for sure. But we're trying to still motivate them to use it, because it's a big thing that can help you with everything. Sometimes students don't know what their thesis should be about, what is, let's say, trendy right now, what they need to make a presentation about. And then, of course, we're trying to tell them that they can use AI for that thing, for finding inspiration or something.
Right. So at VUM, what is that standalone program which, attracts most of the international students?
Of course, it's the program called International Business Management as the University of Management, and it attracts the most students. We also have a hospitality program, the hotel management, and Bulgaria, and especially Varna, it's a coastline city. We have a lot of tourists coming every year. So I would say we know about tourism as we live in this city of tourism. And business management is amazing. We have culinary programs, 2 of them, and we have international chefs that are full-time working in our university. We have our chefs, they worked in Michelin restaurants in different academies all around the world. We have guest chefs coming for these particular programs, just to give some lectures, some week classes, or just to make one dinner with the students. And it attracts a lot of students. We have students from India studying there as well, basically in every program. We have IT, and it attracts a lot of people as well. I can't say that we have one program that is, not attracting students at all. Everything is full. We're trying to... That's why we're having 3 campuses, because students are coming, and we love that. We want more students to study, to get our degree, the degree of our partner university, and just to live in Bulgaria.
Right. So as a university, when you're selecting a student, out of, let's say, the thousands who make their applications, what is that one thing that you genuinely want in the application?
Okay, in the application, I would say the English proficiency.
Yeah.
We do not require to be native, of course, but it's, as all programs are taught entirely in English, we require some English proficiency, and that's a really important thing for us. Of course, we check the high school diploma, we check the bachelor degree, if people applying for masters, but English, and of course, in general, how people present themselves. We have firstly a motivational letter, then we have an interview face-to-face online with the student, and we just see how students present themselves and just how they act in general.
Right. So let's say once a student graduates, how do you exactly track their employability, and whether or not you help the students once they graduate?
Well, they're sharing some open positions for graduates even before the graduation. Like, let's say now it's April outside, and our graduates are already receiving some information about where they can go after getting their degree, where they can start working or having an internship, but let's say full-time internship, a 1, 2, 3 years internship. And then our graduates, they reach us for helping them. Sometimes after 5 years, they want to find something new, and they know that we have partnerships with the companies all over Europe, the world. Brilliant. And they just write an email and they ask to help, and we're trying to keep track of who is working where.
All right. So let's say I'm an employer and I have a student who's graduated from Varna University of Management versus, let's say, some other university.
Yeah.
So what is that one core value which will, be right there as a student who's graduated from your school?
In my opinion, the best thing that our university gives to every student, regardless the program, is the cultural awareness. Because it's an international university with a lot of students from all over the world, and they have to live in this environment for 3 or 4 years, if they do masters, of course, for longer. And after graduating, they just know how to work with different people, with different backgrounds, different minds, different opinions. They just know that it's some kind of emotional intelligence and cultural awareness that they have all the time.
So what keeps you going, and what keeps you more and more excited to serve some of the brilliant programs to international market? We just want to share everything, all the knowledge that our lecturers have with students, and it just that's what I think drives the university, and that's why we're visiting different countries, different fairs, just to attract more people, because we just want more talent and really highly motivated applicants to get to our university to study and to get the knowledge that they can get there. Yeah. So what's your vision, let's say, in the coming 5 years, when you look at the India-Europe, collaboration when it comes to education? So what's your personal vision with that?
Well, India is emerging and quite fast, I would say, amazingly fast. And there are a lot of young people. They're highly motivated. They're talented. They are smart. They just want to study and study and study. They want to get all the degrees in the world, and we love that. That's what we're looking for people who want to study, who want something. They have a goal in their life. They know what they're doing. If they don't know what they want to do in the future, they still want to understand that, not just sit and wait for something, but they want to do something, and that's what we're looking for. And that's why we are here. We're just looking for talented people.
Right. So what's your advice for, let's say, any Indian applicant who wants to make an application tomorrow? What's your advice to them? So
my advice would be that try to prepare your application, your motivation letter as good as possible. Try to present yourself properly and to mention your hard skills, your soft skills that you possess. And it always helps to show who you really are and not to pretend to be someone.
Yeah, fair. And not to write it with AI.
Oh, no, not a motivation letter with AI. We can see that, and we always see that, and that's not a plus.
It's quite clear, right? If somebody is written by AI.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we know how it looks like, how it feels like, how it, we just understand that. So no AI, please. Just who you are, and just try to present yourself as you are.
So what is that one quality you'll see in application and you'll directly select the student? What is that one core value you want in students?
I think is, how people say that like a fire in the eyes, that the people, they want to study, they want to get to the university, and that's always attracts us as the university, and to continue with that applicant.
Right. So for Indian market, what are the top benefits of Varna University of Management that Indian students need to know?
Well, it's an international university with a lot of internships and exchanges that would help students with. And by the end, they know the market, they know the world, they know a lot of people, and networking is very important for everyone. And I think that's what is important. On top of that, of course, all the scholarships, the grants that they can get at the university for their English proficiency, merit-based scholarships for their marks, and for being just an active students to participate in sport events, in some fairs and other events outside of the university.
Yeah, right. We talked about a brilliant place for you to go abroad and get the best study abroad experience. Yes, and that's Bulgaria. Maybe you did not think about it till now, but now is the right time to make your move. Plan about your study abroad plans in Bulgaria with Varna University of Management. So on that note, thank you so much and wait for the next podcast.